Spilling our blood, we'll count our privilege. The one God which emboldens the free shall always be our flag of liberty.
As lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwukikabiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Oraeri, the same God of Uweeri, the same God of Arochukwu. Just if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. And at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who, from their mother's womb, they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. As lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared.
Without fear before our enemies. We have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence, every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that Biafra comes. It is either the flag of Biafra is raised up or I am lowered into the grave. One of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything for us. We are going to reaffirm our faith in the supremacy of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Chukwu, upon to whom and in whom every glory and honor belongs to. That's why we worship him and nothing else and no other. We worship the one true living God. That is who we worship. That is why we were created. We are not like any other people. We have been chosen by Chukwu to serve him. We have been chosen by the creator of the heavens and the earth that we may serve him. That is why in our names it contains every praise imaginable. Every praise imaginable to the Most High is contained within our names because we are very special people. We are here to reaffirm and reiterate that. We are here to ensure that this very march towards our freedom cannot be hindered. Any obstacle on our way, real or imagined, man or woman, adult or child, anything it is, once you are an impediment to the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra, you will be destroyed completely and totally. In every way imaginable. We do not forgive. There is no forgiveness in our dictionary. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. It is to them that I owe every ounce of loyalty and obligation. They are not here to offer any advice or to ask us to forgive Gowon. They are not here to ask us to forgive Haruna. They are not here to ask us to forgive the Yoruba people and the Awolowo family. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being starved to death, by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo. Everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwu determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish, because we are his own. Despite all our iniquities, despite all our sins, he made us in his image. He gave us that very edict to worship him, and that is what we do every blessed day on this radio station, without fail and without the fear of any human being, talk less of an animal in the zoo. We are here to worship Chukwu. For those who don't understand what Chukwu means, he is the creator, the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth. And to him we owe everything that we are. And upon him and to him does every honor and glory belong to. This is Radio Biafra. As I wait the barrister to join. You don't know what it means. Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten, I was spat at, my clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra. It did not stop me from taking Radio Biafra to Enugu. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Nnewi. It did not stop me from broadcasting Radio Biafra from Onitsha, from Owerri, from Aba, from Port Harcourt. I am resolute. I don't retreat. Never. Nigeria has put me in detention before. Solitary confinement. It did not stop me from preaching Biafra. How about an imbecile some we are talking? How can that affect me? If those that kidnapped me and nearly killed me did not stop me from doing Biafra, how about an imbecile hiding somewhere? People must know who I am. I am destructively stubborn. You see, Biafra is going to come. You don't.
Good evening, fellow comrades and lovers of freedom across the globe. This is a bit late night tonight, and I welcome you wherever you are on this surface, on this planet. As you have heard our leader's voice this evening, this is something every single one of us must ponder into. And my name is Mazi Umeh. I reside here in United Kingdom as one of the principal servants of indigenous people of Biafra. Here in United Kingdom and North London, coordinator to be precise. And today is the 17th day of November, year of our Lord 2023. And is 19 minutes on top of the hour here in United Kingdom. 9 p.m. presumably. 19 minutes, 20 power, 19 minutes on top of 10 p.m. in Biafra, in the Holy Land of Biafra. As I welcome you, please welcome others. This is late night program this evening, as we are mandated to serve heaven, as our leader have proclaimed. Everything that is happening today, when you have spoken about it, no mistake, make no mistake about it. Mazi Umeh knew, and where he is today, he knew what was going to happen. That is his choice. But those that superheaded to make sure it was handed over to the enemy, just like they sell Yahushua, the Judas and the Brutus of our times, those that sold Mazi Umeh tonight is another episode. This is the 003. That is the episode 3. If you want to use that word or 003 as it suits you, we will continue to expose and to educate Biafrans specifically on the journey of those that sold our leader because they gave us figure $9 million US. We never asked for this. And they told us and we made a promise to them that we must keep. We will continue to expose Chike Doziem and his cronies, those that were supposed to know better. The remnant of 2015 was the ones that were the canker ones within IPOB. They emerged, they surged out on 2021. But we are here to repel them as we did in 2015. It is a matter of time. We're not going anywhere. Tonight is another episode, like I said, it's 003 episode 3 of Who Sold Mazi Umeh for $9 million US. Tonight, I'm going to play a couple of voices. Before I proceed, it's a tradition that we actually show you what started and what brought us to where we are. It's very, very important that we will always make this open. And for so many of us, as our leader has cried over years, that our people are domicile and imbecilic. Now, what I'm going to do tonight is that I'm definitely going to read a chunk of the memo, the guidance principle, the falsified guidance principle that Ejiofor concocted and passed over to Rita Eze-Isi that brought all the problem we have in IPOB. We must always visit that particular paper before we dive into those that told us how much they sold our leader. All we are asking is that those that sold Mazi Umeh should tell us who sold Mazi Umeh and how much it was sold was $9 million. Where was the money paid into? The chief negotiator, which is the faceless China Sanwo-Olu, was the one. And I will play his voices like it's a tradition. Everything we say in this platform, Biafra Alpha Power Media, is here specifically on issue that concerns IPOB. This is not Biafra Radio, for avoidance of doubt. As we broadcast through the Biafra Radio Facebook page, is an opportunity and is a privilege, but we are here to do justice to things that concern IPOB, not in our national radio. So like I said, before I proceed, I always like to bring your brain back because I know that you are domicile. You guys are very weak. You don't think. Let me read the second paragraph on that guidance principle that we open door for me to go into what I want to say. I'm going to keep this program short because we are coming on air tomorrow again with the Italian family. So we definitely have to come on air tomorrow again to continue with the menace in Italy. The murderer himself, Chiran Sanwo-Olu, threatening to kill Italian national coordinator is on record. And we will continue with it. Like I said, this is the second paragraph on the so-called the guidance principle. What is it called? The so-called the former crooked lawyer Fanye Ejiofor. And where I'm going to read is a very, very important on E, because if I go from D said account statement, spreadsheet, donor list, or any IPOB document must be given to IPOB assets and funds recovery officer when demanded, or else the account will be audited and closed if there is any misappropriate of IPOB fund. But they are the ones that came to steal. They never done anything. These are individual. And this particular position was not meant open. There are so many mystery that our leader had, but once they found that they sold our leader, they all jumped into because their target was to stifle IPOB finance. And where interesting thing is on E says, Every fundraising activities must be approved by the IPOB Finance and Audit Department until further notice. That's a decree. F said, Rita O. Eze-Isi is a deemed and authorized representative. This is where the whole thing gets soggy. Has the authority to manage all financial operation, sign, execute, and contract in the name of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without any further authorization by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I will stop it there. This document I have here is a massive document. If I might tell you, this is where the 747,000. This is the document that all the things they did, the money they stole in IPOB. This is where he is. The lady that Latina Marquetas, our former U.S. National Financial Secretary, did it extensively. All these things were sent to Chikedozian. Chikedozian did nothing because Chikedozian was part of it. So this was the document, and even IPOB North American, this is the vote of no confidence on Chikedozian. This document was in we've done a program concerning this before, so I think it's out there for anybody to grasp. Now I'm going to move forward, and tonight, like I said, who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? This is a $1 million question that they brought this to our attention. We never asked this question. They brought into our question, and this is our right to analyze it. But there's something I want to bring you to tonight. Some of you didn't understand because a couple months ago, there was a time there's a particular picture that surfaced online. Chika Paul Doziem, the enemy at the gate, the monster himself, went to Tanzania. I want to show you the picture. And some of you, I don't know if you're conversant with Tanzania. Tanzania is East Africa, and it has a common border with Kenya. Kenya was where Onyendu was kidnapped. The question you should be asking is this: what is Chike Doziem doing in Tanzania? And what kind of, because I'm going to read, they have their earwax they're using to propagate. This guy that lives in Ivory Coast, they're called Emeka Gift. No, not Emeka Gift. Yeah, that's a family writer. And this Rapture Media, or whatever they call it, because that is the what they. This is a personal business. The guy, Jackson, the guy that they allowed to be streaming to IPOB platform, even when Onyendu was there. Chukwudi former made it known. That's what they are using now. This is the propaganda station, which is Rapture Media. They're projecting. They have some riffraff there. They don't even know they are ref on it, right? But having said that, my interest is this. A question you should be asking is this: what did Chikedozian want to do in a neighboring country that Onyendu, East Africa should be no go area for IPOB, in quote. I remember when China Sanwo came on Biafra, we should go and protest in Kenya embassy. We went. Then they were following whatever they told us because we're following due process, which is command and control in IPOB. Here in United Kingdom, United Kingdom stayed the most dangerous. The day we went to Kenya embassy in central London, Uhuru Kenyatta was in the embassy that day. The man has to be, they smuggled him out. We dealt with them that day in the embassy. It's on record. Is it go to UK media? The day we went to Kenya embassy, that's no country that have taken the move that UK took the day we went there. It was remarkable. But all this momentum, where is it today? You know what I mean? So this monster went to Kenya, and this is Rapture Media posting it. This is what they say. Just in. It is a great privilege for IPOB Tanzania and the Igbo community in Tanzania to host. When we told you that this guy does not represent IPOB, and moreover, the question is this: what is he doing in Tanzania? Tanzania and Kenya. I can pull up the map here and show you. You could see it's there. You could see Kenya and Tanzania. This common border that is what is breaking these two countries. And he went to Tanzania and they're ascribing Igbo community. Why would you ascribe Igbo community? IPOB is not about Igbo. This is the problem. You know, our kit and kin, we always say that we are dominant. At the end of the day, you can't blame them because the attitude, the body language, all this whole thing was a personal. Probably went there like they went in 2021 to go and collect money about the election. I will come to that tonight. But nobody paid attention or asked question. What was Chike Duziem doing in Tanzania? And nobody touched him in Tanzania. And even he pulled a picture. The head of Directorate of State went to Tanzania and he was not kidnapped. And he posted the picture. He was not kidnapped, an IPOB. What have you sat down and asked yourself question? Chike Duziem traveled to Tanzania, literally Kenya. He was not arrested or kidnapped. But, you know, they posted it as they're trying to confuse some gullible one, diplomatic in Tanzania. He's joking me. Now, I want to read what they posted for avoidance of doubt. And now, before I will leave you to go and ask this question, this is where who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9, because they're still going around collecting the remnants they still left. Because the money was run out into this country and connection they used to do all this dirt. They want to still revisit them because he went there, he don't want to touch him. But you actually posted picture, they put it on social media. Because this thing, any country you go, before you enter that country, people know, people that came to pick him there, but there's no Biafran flag on the picture here. What they say, Igbo community. So, and it's still IPOB there. I never had IPOB in Tanzania before, if I'm not mistaken. But I will read what they wrote. Now, it is a great privilege for IPOB Tanzania and the Igbo community in Tanzania to host the IPOB Worldwide Head of the Directorate of State, Mazi Umeh, and Mazi Joseph Egewi, IPOB East Africa representative, for their visit to Tanzania. This visit has boosted the morale of Biafrans and the Igbos community in the East Africa region, and we pray that GateKeepers will continue to guide and protect the leadership of IPOB as they continue the diplomatic onslaught against the Nigerian government for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and restoration of Biafra. This is bollocks. Chike Duziem didn't go to Tanzania to anything that concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Biafra. He was there on his personal business because this is how they sold Onyendu. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, then how much more Chike Duziem going to Tanzania? And he went there and he gathered with his vultures, because these are, if this has to do with IPOB, is there any of them here wearing anything that signify IPOB? If he has a Biafran flag, probably he put it where he's taking this picture, but it was not touched. I'll allow you to go and judge it, because it's very, very important that everybody open their eyes. And this is the question we are asking, because their backing dog was the one that told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sold for 9 million, or sold for 9 million. And we are asking this question: who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9 million? But the reason why this program must go on is that we will be exposing and telling you. You remember the time Aba massacre happened? A lot of people think Aba massacre was probably they couldn't take it, because Chisom Dream is in UK today. They pushed her to Nottingham, compensation of selling out Parliament, and they killed them. China Sanwo said he sent someone to Kenya about Onyendu case, and he was killed there. He never told you who that person was. Just, these are the words that come out of his mouth we have on tape. It's not me saying it. I don't say anything he did not say. Anything I'm saying here, I have to get it out of them. That is why Chike Duziem, he went to Kenya. When was the last time he heard this animal speak or said anything concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? But what he's doing, every avenue to make sure he frustrated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why I play the voices I play tonight. And anytime I come on air, I'll be playing those voices to remind you that our leader, where he is today, is his choice. It's not because of me and you or anybody forced it to him. It's a decision that he has made and make sure that Biafra will be restored. So now, before I go forward again, and tonight, what I want to do is that the question is a fundamental question. I'm still going to start playing voices now of those that purportedly sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9 million. Is a fundamental question, and this question must continue, and we will ask for the answer. This is a record to prove because nobody asked the question. They were the one running helter skelter. They're the one that sold Mazi Umeh. They're the one that came back asking, telling us how much they sold and the activities between how Onyendu was sold. It is bizarre. Let's listen. As he goes forward, I will explain. And then again, before I go forward on this issue, the last time I was with the Italian family, I tried to play the audio of the sham they did in Italy, wasting our fund. We contributed for BTB over the years, sending that money in Italy, without knowing that these people have no vision. The world we are living today, nobody wastes money. It's only people that depend on media house. We are freedom fighter. We are static. We move around. So there is no need for you to go and rent a room or apartment anywhere, paying 650 euro every month as a studio. And what is that studio bringing into IPOB? But you guys allow someone that monetizes his page, Jackson, that lives in Italy, Rapture Media, individual using IPOB to make fortune. It doesn't work. He sat down, using the blood of Biafrans. None of our platform is monetized for avoidance of doubt. None of our former Facebook account, Biafra Radio Biafra, was over 1.8 million before Facebook disabled that account when they disabled my own account in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And there was a reason Onyendu said we will not monetize any of our platform because IPOB could have been making fortune. But what did they do? GateKeepers, your former, allowed an individual. I spoke to that guy, and I remember that I was talking to him one time with this idiot that lives in Germany. We're in a video call. The environment where this guy is doing this thing, I thought the guy lives in Africa because all the time he said the man on the ground. I didn't know that this guy lives in Italy. Very, very hazard environment. There are more dirty computers everywhere. Right? So now, what I'm saying is this. People need to understand where we are coming from and where we are. Because at the end of the day, the last thing we want is people making money out of the agony and blood of our people. This is what we stand against. That's why Onyendu mandated that we shall contribute that money. That is the pain we must feel. Even when Radio Biafra transmitter was meant to buy in 2014-15, somebody offered to buy that. Onyendu refused, rejected that money. And he said everybody must contribute. I think it's about 110,000 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, it was bought here. The UK former national coordinator and what is he called? This is our, what is he called again? I forgot that guy's name. But it was Festus and Ekwe that actually loaded it in container. And that transmitter get to the zoo. That was why Benjamin the Mad Book is involved, because he was kept in his house. And when they are pressuring our leader that Onyendu didn't buy the transmitter, Onyendu told them, I bought it and this is why it is. Rita and Ebog, they were the one that that actually tell the what is it called, the DSS where the transmitter is. So they are paying 670 euro in the so-called office where the BTV. Imagine they say BTV, and now they are launching. The question you should be asking us tonight, what is that TV going to? What is it going to attribute to Biafra restoration and raise of Mazi Nnamdi? You have Radio Biafra that are bastardized. What you do there is to come there to call name, going off key of things that didn't concern IPOB. You're not talking about how Onyendu is going to be released. Now they're saying that Mazi Nnamdi is accusing the zoo. Anytime you see them making any assertion, that assertion is their wish. I haven't seen that news, and I saw it, flashed it, but I have not where it's coming from. But anytime you see their hero at saying something, when you see them saying, "Oh, Mazi Nnamdi is accusing the Nigerian government," they want to hold him indefinitely. That is their wish. They have rumored Onyendu was going to die. That doesn't wash. Now they are restless. They are apprehensive. They don't know, because they don't get any information. They don't visit Onyendu. They don't know nothing. Anything that's saying online is out of now Ejiofor. When was the last time you see Ejiofor writing episode? When they told Ejiofor he was sacked. he was running his mouth. He said he was going to, that Ejimako have closed the Rubicon. We were waiting for him, but no, he was nowhere to be found. So I want to put up something here, because I remember Italian National Coordinator saying that Patrick Nkem, how did I get in contact with Patrick? Was through Mazi Umeh. I never know him from
representative, IPOB National Coordinator.
I never know this. I never know him anywhere, because I remember the last time they came on air. I tried to play this audio, but he didn't play. This is the shenanigan they call BTV. They are going to open tomorrow. For those of you that are naive, I'm advising some of you that live in Italy. They hijack Italian account, but I'm not commenting on it, because the people that Italians are going to deal with them on their own way. But what I'm saying is that anybody anywhere telling you, I remember when we have BTV in Biafra land, we in UK here, I remember we bought phone. I can't remember how many phones we bought for them. Then send back home. We did. Because we've been supporting from day one. I remember all this Austin, Kika Austin, all this guy. There was another lady then. They were doing BTV back then in Biafra land. We supported them, UK here. We made a project one time. I think we sent about 7 phones or so. For them, all of them individual. We gave them phone then. Now, my reason why I'm commenting on this is that I remember the Italian National Coordinator, Mazi Umeh, said that this Patrick Nkem does not contribute any dime in Italy. He is the one that running his mouth about Onyendu's family. I don't know him. I remember one time he invited me in his program. I told him I'm busy. Because why am I going to be talking with him? From day one, I knew he has got nothing to offer. I said, I'm busy. I never go. He can satisfy to that. I don't want to come to your program. The rapture media was because of Mazi Umeh. Immediately they dealt with Mazi Umeh. I told the idiot in Germany that I don't defend individual straightforwardly. Then they thought they know what they are doing in the media. But here we are. You're paying 670 euro monthly for so-called, it's not an office. I will have office, we'll move our office after what happened in Victoria, Spain, Omiomio regime. Now we'll have our office in Germany, approved by our leader. Now you say you have Riazin office, which is Chidimma was the person that is in Chinasa was the person, her sister is the person now they're paying 670. Who is contributing this money? And our people are dying back home. What is this going to serve for IPOB and Biafra at large? This is where because what they go is where they contribute money. See Austin Alban and this nitwit. These are the criminals, these monsters. I have a lot of his voices. With time, I'm going to play it. Numerous meetings we held. This man is disgusting. Austin Alban is the most devilish human being I ever come in contact with. Everything that happened in Europe, Austin Alban masterminded it. He doesn't talk, but he's the devil. These people are evil. I never knew that these people can be this callous. But like Italian National Coordinator said, I want to listen to you to see. This is the picture of so-called TV. Conventional TV, who watches these days? No one have time for that. No one watch conventional TV. Orthodox TV, no. Social media have taken over. Podcast, what I'm doing here. You do whatever you want to do on your own time. So why in the hell are you spending 670 euro monthly? That is close to over 800,000 naira. People are dying. If you send this money to our people that are locked up in prison to feed them, it's nothing. Radio Biafra, you guys have hijacked. What are you doing in Europe? That's nothing you do there. Instead of gossip and calling people name, and anybody you mention their name, it either the zoo hunt them down or use your dead man's sword to go and kill them. This is what you guys are doing. I want to comment on this.
It's my pleasure to have you, Biafrans all over the world. It's also my pleasure to have the European representative, IPOB National Coordinator, Italy, and Mazi China Sanworu, whose video is not showing.
Can you see how idiotic and very backward this guy's video is not showing? Because he can't show his face. But he has no balls. I have personal chat with this idiot. He has no balls. But we have his picture all over the place. He can't run, but he can't hide. Kidman lives in Italy. He doesn't live in space. So all this nonsense he's doing and his family member living in Barack is just a matter of time. Like I said, any man that lives in a glass that does not throw stone, he might be acting Capone when you're hiding, but things will turn around rapidly. Very important. He wouldn't show his face because he's a coward. Because he is the one. They are the one that concocted this. Because the only way they are looking, where can they move money? It's about money. As we're going to continue with their menace in Italy tomorrow with the Italian family again. We'll continue with another voice again is coming up tomorrow for avoidance of doubt. But he said that his video is not showing. Why his video is not showing? He didn't tell us why. And he didn't ask him why. Why can't he put this video on? This is why all of you are going to die miserably. All of you.
But I would like us to share this program. If you are following us for the first time in a long while, we haven't broadcasted on BTV, but we are just test running the BTV Europe launch, which will be coming on the 18th of November 2020.
The question you'll be asking them is that, what is the importance of this BTV? It's an internet. So why do you need BTV than what you are doing here now? You're going to connect it in satellite. People watch it in dish, isn't it? They listen to the Radio Biafra. What difference will we be saying there? What program are you going to create to different from what you're saying now? Playing people's voice? Is it what you're going to play there? By wasting over 800,000 to 900,000 naira every month that people contributed their hard-earned money. For what? While you can build it with less than 200 euro or less than that and still manage it. This is the money. We're not talking about the laptop they buy for you guys or all that, or the share you buy on to furnish the place. We're talking about the money, because the amount of money that I put in this so-called studio, they say is a project. He asked them, before you embark on any project, there's an end zone. What do you mean to achieve? To propagate what? Other than what you're saying in Biafra radio or what you're saying on social media on a daily basis. Because you guys stream through Rapture Media. So what kind of TV are you talking about? I don't understand. Are you guys normal?
And from the liaison office of the indigenous people of Biafra in Italy, Padova, we are coming to you live at this point in time. With me is the European representative Mazi Umeh. Mazi Umeh, you're welcome to the program.
Anyway, to be fair, I don't really want to listen to any of this.
You are muted. Can you please unmute?
I just wanted to comment on it, but to be honest with you, I can't stand this animal that call Austin Albani. If his voice cracked my ears, I just want to prove to you guys how cowardice. This guy, the called Patrick, you know what is called wimp? These are wimps. You know what I mean? They are licking Bob. I don't know what they are looking for. Like the man in Italy said, I don't know the kind of work he's doing, but he's making living. I don't want to get in people's personal life, but what I'm saying, just consign because my money is in this thing they are doing here. I know how much we contributed and pay into this particular BTV. We have the record. And because it was not said, because everybody was doing what they were asked to do. But now, the checkmate is here now to checkmate whatever they do. And I'm asking you, anybody contributing down on this, maybe, I don't know if you don't know what to do with your money, but the fact remains, it has nothing to profit IPOB and Biafra at large. Because you need to go back to the Biafra, so-called Radio Biafra that our leader established, the hollow platform that today they discredited. That's why they gave birth to Biafra Radio. So what are they going to talk about there? That's the exception of what they're saying now. Chidan Samuel couldn't show his face there. So how is he going to count? He's coming to TV. Have you ever had someone come to national television without showing their face? This is how you start. Somebody blank screen. This is how you showing the world that you want to run television station. How idiotically and mockery you guys are making. You're just making mockery of yourself. It's disgusting. I need to get away with this video because it's not why I'm here, but I just wanted to comment on this because I didn't say anything concerning Now, I need to go to let me go into the murderer himself. You know what I mean?
I think every two weeks, he was pumping champagne when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. You know, one thing is this.
Sorry, I made a mistake just for a minute. Yeah, I'm just keep me enjoy the music for a minute. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Involved. And after we publish their names, we don't give.
Now, some of you have forgotten, you know, when the so-called even Sahara reporter carried it, that Jagaban said that the reason why they have no resistance is because of Hope Uzodinma. All these things are gimmicks. We understand all this. None of these people are holding our leader. They just they're just trying to create some pandemonium, which that's what they told them to say. Now, the so-called state governorship election has come and gone. I hope every one of you remember the threat that this guy was on Radio Biafra, even mentioning INEC. Now, those are saying no election in Biafra land. That's why I said, you don't repeat what has been done before. If you don't have a vision or you don't have a mandate, you don't have a blueprint, all you need to do is shut your mouth. Because when we started no election in Biafra land, there's a significant, and it was yielding result. It's for a reason. We are not there to disrupt any democratic setting, but we want to make our case heard. All we are asking for is to give us that opportunity to be able to decide who and how we want to be governed. Now, all this whole thing is because they have now thinking now they have project themselves as the pressure group, because now they got dead man's sword, they can threaten people and kill people. All this noise has come and gone. Imo State, even Hope Uzodinma have it on tape saying God gave it to him. Who thinks he's going to allow this opportunity to pass him by? I'm not looking to that guy because I know he's a clown. They all will have their days. But for some of you that your brain is not functioning, this animal, China Sanwo-Olu and Chikedozie, all these people, what they do now is that they project, they're using IPOB now to be what they do. They are like a pressure group. But most of all these people already have understood who they are, so they become irrelevant because they don't possess any power. No, they don't possess any power. After all their noise, the election is Rigo. If people voted, I'm not interested. Hope is still there. But he came to the Biafra telling the world that IPOB is the one pursuing the INEC officials. How can you make that statement and you're attributing to IPOB that our leader is leading and is in the DSS dungeon? Because everything they are doing today, they know. If Mazi Nnamdi can come out today, where is China Sanwo-Olu going to be and Chikedozie? That's it. Because they know their position. He cried that cry in one of these videos, which I'm going to play. But I want to remind you that this election has come and gone because they were panting, because they were requesting for their own fund. Probably Hope Uzodinma doesn't want to give them any money. They are threatening, but at the end of the day, what they are threatening got to do. Where are they today? Let's listen, because sometimes they speak, they forget. But all these things, and he Talking about hope, China someone owns a hotel in where. How did he get it? It's from the same $9 million he's telling us when they said he had a hotel. It was during this time when was rendition in Ebony State. All of us, we are saying, all of us, we are the people defending this animal. But today, we have it unknown. Owerri got a hotel in Owerri. He has in Ebony State. It's a fact. Where did he get the money from? Every single politician now, what they do, they went from back and collecting money. Soludo knows all this, and that's why all these people, they don't take them serious anymore. They know. When Soludo told them that without Mazi Umeh, they won't have a everlasting peace, all of them gone against him, including a Joffo. Listen, where he's threatening people that are doing their work on the guise of IPOB.
Night or Radio Biafra, because they are the ones who are already putting the results down. They are all involved. And after we publish their names, we don't give a damn. Not IPOB.
I hope you guys listen. For those that are not listening here, it will say it's threatening INEC is going to publish their name, which they did. Let them know who are those that are pursuing them. That's a threat. I have spoken about this before, the distinction. Mentioning IPOB because IPOB, so far as IPOB is concerned, the supremacy of the indigenous people of Biafra is Mazi Umeh and nobody else. Illegally, worldwide. So when you're making this kind of assertion, when you're using behind bars, in dungeon, and he's still asking question, who sold Mazi Umeh for $9 million? Isn't it appalling?
The one pursuing them because they have become instrumentalists everywhere. Then you come as they are killing their remnants in Imo State, the military, because everybody has borrowed it. All the criminal and militia groups, both the security operatives, they have all their borrow pits. It is a tradition for them in Imo State.
Like I said, anything China Sanwo-Olu says is what he's doing because the Borough Pit, he must have his own, I say in Imo State, because himself is involved in killing. We're not going to talk about how many IPOB, the one that happened in Aba was open. Everybody can attest to that. Because the money they sold Fendi with, they got it from Italy, which will have the record, including the account they paid their money to. They told them they have a project. But this is how they go. They go through behind Madam Nenyanya. But he knew that he had no business with finance, which I'm going to play a chunk of it here. But they will go back and certainly coordinator. The same thing I had with them here. We did fundraising, and I told them I'm not paying that money into any fraudulent account. I will pay that money to the official account given by IPOB head of finance. To hell with all of you. Damn the consequences. They are all these are morons. Who the heck do you think you are? Did I join IPOB because of you? Or I don't know my left from my right. I knew the code of conduct. I knew who I had his voice before I joined. I don't nobody no apology till tomorrow morning. And I stand on my ground. And that is what you guys are on helter skelter. It's on record. Borough Pity have yours because you murdered so many people. That is why. You're in a killing business. What did you do? You create? How many squad have you created? Where are they today?
They are all connected. You come to Ihiala. I'm talking so that the military there, we know. We have the picture. So, the Borough Pit. We don't care. If you go to at the back of, what they call it, at the back of this secondary school in Ihiala, there is a secondary school in Ihiala. What's the name of that secondary school? Let me come. Mazi, I don't want to forget the name of that secondary school, please. They call it Abbott Boys Secondary School, Ihiala. Abbott Boys Secondary School in Ihiala. The military is in front of that place. And at the back of Abbott Secondary School, Ihiala, the military themselves have a, but I will put it out there so that our people will know. Because it's still hope. They had this meeting since December 2022 in the home of one Ebuku. They call him IKECHUKWU. He was the one that hosted this meeting.
The fact is that the threat he made to INEC officials, involving IPOB there, the election has come and gone. All the threat What is it tantamount to? To implicate Mazi Nnamdi more. If there's anything, Onyendu have no case to answer. And Onyendu have made it emphatically clear, legally, with our special counsel, to the whole world, his stand in what is happening in Biafra land. But they still want to associate their criminality with our leader. I'm going to let this voice go before I go into the next voice. You know, the question still remains, who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 9 million? That is the question. And the primary negotiator is the faceless Chinasa Nworu. And as you can see, Chike Doziem went to Tanzania. He literally, probably went to Tanzania, probably go to Kenya as well, because Kenya and Tanzania have, that's why he landed. You know, like when you want to go to zoo, you don't want to go to zoo direct, you can go to Cotonou. From Cotonou, now you're going to zoo. So he must have visited Kenya as much as he landed in Tanzania. But I think when he showed that picture, some of you clapped. Some of you are confused because you don't think. Subconsciously, don't think. What is he doing in Tanzania? What business is it? Diplomatic? Diplomatic what? East Africa sold Onyendu, our leader, today. East Africa kept our leader where it is. Anything that happened in that soil shouldn't have any contact with it. But if it's there, that means there's something going on. And it's not diplomatic. It is their criminality that he went to supervise. Let's listen to this voice. I think I'm going to pick up one or two things from here.
There are certain things we can never show to the public because pumping champagne. Hope Uzodinma used to have government meetings, I think every 2 weeks. He was pumping champagne when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. You know, one thing is this. There are certain things we can never show to the public because if you show it to the public, you endanger your sympathizers. Because at the end of the day,
the truth about this matter is that there's nobody sympathizing for Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu is part of whatever Hope Uzodinma is doing. I want to be clear here. He has got no insider or sympathizer within Hope Uzodinma enclave because he's part of them. Because at the end of the day, all the Chinasa Nworu is saying, telling you that Hope Uzodinma was popping champagne the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, and the pictures, including all these people, they mentioned their name, and your sympathizer told you all these things, and he did not tell Biafrans. I don't know if he said the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, which he said he didn't know. He was popping champagne. So, and he knew that he was kidnapped, but he didn't tell anybody. I want you to listen to this again, please. It's very important. We listen to this again. Listen to this.
Government meetings, I think every 2 weeks. He was pumping champagne when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned. You know, one thing is this. There are certain things we can never show to the public because if you show it to the public, you endanger your sympathizers. Because at the end of the day, they will found the person. They may notice the person with his voice.
The fact remains that, like I said, I repeat again, it has no sympathizer. The day Onyendu was renditioned, he was popping champagne, he says. But like I said, he has got no clue or any insider within Hope Uzodinma. He's part of Hope Uzodinma camp. And I'll stop it there.
Like we used to get people also, and they will kill the person. And tomorrow, nobody will give you information.
Yeah, because the way we have killed a lot of people, just like Akwara women, you see now, this is where when we saying things, people don't understand. The reason China Sanwo-Olu killed over 50 to 60 men, and a whole lot of them today, probably the zoos holding them, is because of Akwala Omende. Because of so many things the guy knew that have come by. Because what they do is that when they use you, at the end of the day, when they're tired of using you, they're going to kill you. Because of that, whatever crime you committed or you've been dealing with them with. Akwala Omende was a principal servant. His Abia State, I think Abia State coordinator. That was his position. So he knew a lot what they have done within the state because he's in charge. So that was what prompted them. They set the guy up and they murdered him in a cold blood because they make sure that the sniper took him down, and they killed so many men because of that. Just like what he's telling you now. So he's in the business of killing people. He said somebody is sent to Kenya. Onyenduke has died. But he never mentioned the person's name. So who is this person? Tells you all you need to know. But let's listen. We're asking this question, very important, that we know.
Celebrated. They were pumping champagne in Ikonso's house in Imo State. Hope was on them, man. I'm not telling you. I can quote me anywhere that China Sanwo-Olu said this. In that place is where they discuss who brought the balance money. Yes, Umwike brought the balance money, and some businessmen in Anambra, they brought the money to complete the $9 million. And this is the person tomorrow, those criminals, say, using Mazi Kanu's name, doing everything, they are also working with him. Because it's all about money. As we are talking this night, Nnamdi Kanu and all this, if people found out, you know, any group of people that want to destroy Chike Dozien, China Sanwo-Olu, and the DOS, the siblings of Mazi Kanu will give them 100% support. Whether, do you understand me? The hatred, because of what they feel they are gaining. We are not here for that. Now, they put all this in it.
It's very pathetic where this guy is making reference. This is what you do. You live on blackmailing people. What is Mazi Kanu gaining? I keep on saying this. If Mazi Kanu family for anything wanted money, we wouldn't be talking about Biafra now. They wouldn't let their two parents die in the course of this journey. They don't need to do all of this. Even when they came out from prison, when they gave me stingent bail, all Jews went to their home and begged the two parents. And they told him he's on camera. So, wretched animal like you, Mazi Kanu give you position. Now you made your sister Riazin. You guys concocted your sister as a Riazin officer in Germany, in Italy. The vampire in Italy. What are they getting? What are they going to gain to compare to their two parents? You can't show your face and talking about gain. What are they gaining to compare to two parents? A king, for that matter, you riffraff. Is exactly what you are projecting, what you do. Because if you are not getting anything, that's why we never know that people were getting anything from IPOB. We were contributing with all our heart, doing everything we are doing. Some people came to take. We came to give. That is what we sworn an oath to do. If Mazi Kanu will sleep in sleep of random because of Radio Biafra, that you are in today, calling people's name and killing them from his pocket, then who dare you talk about gaining? Kanu was with Onyendu in UK here. So far at the same time, they were working honestly with their own personal money. Mazi Kanu slept in his car, in Tesco car park in this country because of Radio Biafra. You have the term to talk about gaining. Two parents died talking about gaining. Are you that daft? Italy now is exposing what you want to do. You left Kuwait where you are and you're going to Italy. What are you doing in Italy to go and defend Chidinma Nworu? If you're not getting anything today, you guys are paying €670 in the name of you have BTV office, Reason office. Who are you Reason? That you paying 670 euro monthly. Wasted money. Wasted resource. The project you guys went to Italy, the money you took to go and sew Fendi, all of them are projects. You guys will, that's the problem between Madam Nenya and Chikedozium. When you ask for money, can you give us? You can't in any sector in this world, whenever you want to go to commercial, you need to get your facts right in detail. So they have to reevaluate it and approve it. Have a record of what you use that money for. And you bring back receipt of that money, that the money went to the appropriate quarter. Because you people have the tendency of stealing. That's why you're going around and asking, how is Madam Nenya moving money? It is not your duty to know how Madam Nenya move money, which you confessed here. But the other way around, or you have worked tirelessly with Chikedozium to make sure you guys crumble IPOB. All the money you guys have embezzled, what have you done with it? It's quite disheartening that you guys, we are the real vultures, the enemy at the gate that we have. Nzulumike said he went to marry. He was using our office in Germany to pack Tokumbo is sending all these old properties that he's sending to his sister in the zoo. This is people we are doing freedom fighting with. Living in our office in Germany. Because you guys are the one getting. Nobody's getting. It's you.
Staff the leadership money so that we struggle, keep the struggle alive. Maybe Chikedozium, when Mazi Nnamdi will finally come out, they say, oh, this leadership, they didn't do anything. What did they do? Mazi Nnamdi, so that
only that, of course, you know what's happening. You see the cry is cry. This is his last broadcast. This is his cry. They know what they're gonna face. And that's why you see them now, they're saying, oh, Onyendu is accusing the zoo that they want to hold him, they want to hold Onyendu perpetually. All these things are lies. Because that's their wish. They have cried Onyendu is going to die. They're going to kill Onyendu. It didn't work. He's crying here. He knows already. They know their position. Are they going to come out and say that they get message from Mazi Nnamdi? From whom? They can say that. Onyendu don't have any business with this individual. These are a bunch of criminals. So some of you that are deceiving yourself with leadership. Which leadership? Who made you leadership? What are you leading? Very, very important.
Mazi Nnamdi comes out, he said, okay, these people, you don't do anything. These people, you don't. Do you understand me? He came out as somebody who came to unify all the rubbish they have scattered.
You see how the guy is dabbling with talk. Onyendu will come out to come and unify. It's really listen to what he's saying. I don't even think the guy know what he's talking about. Just listen to this guy. I don't know what he's smoking. I don't know what exactly what is he on. Or is it the blood of people that he murdered that is he always making him talk unguardedly? Onyendu is gonna come out to do what? You, China Samolu. If people like Omio couldn't get access to Onyendu, who are you? I don't understand. I don't get it. You might mess with them. They couldn't. Talk less of you. Nitwit.
Everywhere. Every rubbish they have scattered. That is what all their game is all about. They intentionally starve the leadership money. Every one of you have seen it. Have you people seen the leadership?
It says starve money. They destroyed IPOB finance because they started it with, when they started this whole thing, Chikedozium was on the ground walking. Do you know what he was doing? They used the useless, jobless fool that lives in the zoo, the guy that was meant to travel even through the Mediterranean Sea, and he ended up in Senegambia, went back, said he came back because of Onyendu. Started accusing Madam Nenya, they have document. It was document. They carried vigorously attack on our finance. That is why the position we are here today, they cost it. All our accounts, including the one in Germany, they went in there and cause fraud because Chikedozium, including China Sanworu, including all these are petty 419, all these are who push them, my brother, all these are Ibu Alaji. This is what they do. These are old cargos. You know how to manipulate account, but we're gonna get there. So at the end of the day, who is starving who with fund? What are you doing with the fund? How many times have you paid lawyer? Even the Zekome, it was Italian family, they paid $80,000. That's what the Zekome was paid. Zekome was paid $80,000. Italian family was people that paid that money to him. The records are there. Very, very important. Who is starving who with fund?
Making any fundraising. But immediately, the leadership authorized the people in America to raise some funds for the ESN and diplomatic. Have you seen it? Have you seen the sibling of Mazi Umeh? He set up his own fundraising. Now he says he's representative of Mazi Umeh. This is what we are passing through in this struggle. For me,
okay, it's very important because we need to continue. Now, I just want to, the whole truth is that they run out of gas. The question we're asking is, who sold Mazi Umeh? The same man that he had his voice told us that Onyendu was sold for $9 million US, told us how the money was shared. And there's a particular, let me see if I can finish up this before I play the way commented about finance before I close this program.
With the chairman of the village, Amadaba village, Victor Ibe.
Okay, now the finance is talking about
the international.
Oh, you still have another question?
This is some of his pictures that we just unveiled. There's so many of him. Like I said, China Samoru can run, but he can't hide. Look at the animal here. This is baboon. This is some of his pictures, So we got so many of his pictures out now. So like I said, his miserable sister lives in Italy. Anybody in this one, like I said, once you live in a grass house, don't throw stone. It's very important because it's just a matter of time. Now, this is about China Sanwo-Olu free flop on the IPOB head of finance. Finance, this animal here lives in Kuwait. The whole Middle East contribute nothing to IPOB till tomorrow morning. They don't contribute any money. They tell you that they cannot move money, but people travel, people do business in Dubai. You live in Kuwait. But I started going to Dubai. I started going to Dubai, if I'm not mistaken, I think 2003 or so, if I'm not mistaken. I started visiting Dubai. Now, he contributed nothing. I want you to hear where China Sanwo-Olu get the grudge he has against Mazi Umeh. When we talk about who stole Onyendu, I remember when Onyendu went to Kuwait 2015 when he was toying. This animal hosted him, but there was no picture because he was on radio. There wasn't Facebook Live, Listen.
We have to wait on you. Yes. Please be fast. Be fast.
What difference between Nnamdi and those they have already started? That's my last question.
Okay.
So what's the difference
between Nnamdi and those that they sacked? And those that the leadership has sacked or expelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mazi, let me tell you something. In IPOB, we don't believe, one thing is that we don't believe in, just because you accuse somebody, or there is nobody in IPOB, even me, if I do something wrong, do you understand me? I don't know, many of you don't know, I have been suspended in IPOB.
He said many of you don't know. Nobody know because you're nobody. Why would we know? You cannot cough. He said maybe you don't know. Who knows you? Nobody know who you are, my brother. You are nobody. You're nobody. That's why nobody know. And who cares? What do you do pass order? Do you question it? Of course not. But you take into on him because he's in GSS dungeon. He just said it. Nobody needs to know. Because they're not. And they must carry it. There's no question about this. IPOB for you. If you don't like it, you jump off the ball.
Before. I don't know, many of you don't know this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked Mazi Umeh, I have been suspended in IPOB DOS before by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through Mazi Umeh. Many of you don't know that.
Do you see now? Do you see how diligent our leader is? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remained spotless in life. He followed due process because he practiced what he preached. Onyendu did not suspend him, but Onyendu suspended him through those above him who's supposed to suspend him, because Chikedozie is head of the Directorate of State. Now, this animal found wanting because he couldn't deliver Kuwait, neither the Middle East himself. Onyendu suspended him through the appropriate channel. Since he's talking here just to make himself relevant, no, you were suspended. Don't say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told him to suspend you. You were suspended because you wasn't doing what you're supposed to do. That is fact of life. But he's talking to Jonathan because Jonathan is a baboon. You see him shouting like people that talk too much are empty vessels. The loudest person that makes the biggest noise is very, very empty. He's barking like a mad dog. Think there's anything he can offer. These are wimps. They can't show their faces. If you can show your face, show us who you are. But you wouldn't.
Did anybody hear the voice? There was a reason that Middle East at that time were delaying in limiting their money because they were having challenges of remitting money from the Middle East. Even till today. And Onyendu suspended me. Ask Mazi Umeh. So if I had me, the people you sack, the person you are calling, forget about assumption. Onyendu is there. When the time comes, I am not in the financial department, and I'm not believing anything somebody is saying. If Onyendu comes out, there is need, or if Nendayanya.
Do you see it? This is the time when they are still not sure of our leader. I see how he was talking then. He was making a little bit of sense because he were not meant to get involved in finance. And they know that Onyendu is there. Even Chikedozie said the same thing when Omada Highway called him. That Onyendu has not given me any order. But after that guidance principle I read to you was what, because Chikedozie was, Madam Oyibo pushed Chikedozie is in that document. That document is about 26 pages. For Chikedozie to use our letter heading, approve her. Chikedozie refused. Before now, a job for writer particular thing now they use. I just put IPOB. That's not our official logo to write that, concord that rubbish. But you can see here he was talking here because you know where he's supposed to step his foot. And when it comes to finance, I will argue about this all the time. Madam Nenya does not answerable to Chikedozie. Both of them are directors both of them are heads in their own positions. Chikedozie is head of the Directors of State. Madam Nenya is head of finance. And we have our screen leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Both of them answerable to Onyendu direct, but both of them have to work as a unit. That's the reason why when Chikedozie requested for money, Madam Nenya asked him to give account of the money. Chikedozie wouldn't do it. Even the Italian people have confirmed it. So you can hear him here. Well, then he wasn't talking the way he was talking, but today is a different ball game because they have written Onyendu off. But it's important. The reason why I'm playing this, I just want to hear a couple of things before I will stop this and end this program.
This is a danger. People can have their disgrunt against somebody or this thing. That is also we allow people for you. You may be taking it, sack this person. It is the Biafran people. When there are some, put in your mind also, there are some sensitive positions in IPOB. You have to recognize that. You have to recognize that. This is somebody holding the finance of IPOB worldwide. There are something I don't know. I have been in IPOB. They never talk about finance for IPOB before. Even till this time, I don't want to be even involved. So,
did you hear it? Because you're not a fight. You don't have no business with finance. But today you are now one of the finance officer. I will stop it here. I will continue with this matter with the Italian family tomorrow. And yeah, I will stop it here. Tonight is being significant again. Today is the 003 episodes of this Who Sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million US. As we have played a couple of voices, and with evidence, we always bring evidence with us. And the question will still reverberate because we will not put our guards down as they have opened door, and all the wishes they wishing Onyendu is war will come back to all of them. Now they're perpetrating and they're propagating some lies about what Onyendu is. I don't know where they had that from because they don't have any contact with Onyendu. They don't get message from our leader. Where was the last time you hear Mr. Carroll writing an episode? Because he's sacked. You know, he's a criminal. Joffrey is a criminal. Ozekome collected $80,000 from IPOB. He did nothing. He went to collect an award. All this is after recommendation because they're looking for lead counsel. They share the money with Ejiofor. But, you know, Chukwukabiyama will do what you say he would do. That's all I have to say. But the question will still reverberate. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million US? China Sanwo-Olu and his household are one of the fundamental people we need to be asking this question because they know what happened to our leader. They are the people that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They told us how much they sold Onyendu. As you can see, China Sanwo-Olu, there was got so many pictures of him. This is his sister, the infiltrator herself. You know, I don't want to talk about her. The Italian tomorrow, there's so much. Well, there's another voice again we'll have to deal with tomorrow. So, like I said, this program is specifically on a fundamental question. Who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for $9 million? Fellow comrades and lovers of freedom, I want you to be the judge. Because at the end of the day, all this evidence we are building here is what is going to use against those that perpetrated this crime. Because our generation unborn are going to read this as a history. It is not for prejudice. There's nothing, you know, personal about this, but this is fact. And that's why we fact check everything we say before we say them. And I thank every single one of you that have listened to the sound of my voice this night. May Chukwukabiyama continue to guide and bless every single one of us. And I will give you the word of our leader one more time, and I will let you guys continue to be in the spirit. And I encourage every single one of us to continue. If our leader is still standing strong, how much more me and you that is out here? Our leader does not need any empathy from any of us. All it requires us to do, like I said, he said, I will not be the one to disappoint you. You will be the one to disappoint me. He said this in 2015. To tell you that a man that is up on a journey that they have given that mandate, he knew what he was getting involved in. So he does not need your empathy. He doesn't need it. What he needs is to you to do your part, as we all have sworn an oath. Thank you for listening to me. May Chukwukabiyama continue to bless and guide every single one of us. Sign out from United. It's good night from here. Thank you.
As lamentation or complaint, I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Yasika and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed GateKeepers, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Eheri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Plus, if you look at the true God, one true God, you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand.